decided to combine two of my favorite things, which is books and fashion, books and making clothes. So I created this thing where I'm going to read a book and then make an outfit that if I were to fall into that world, I would fit into the book, if that makes sense. I'll try and think of a better title. I created this or came up with this idea because when I read, I see things very visually. I know not everybody does, but there is a full movie in this brain when I'm reading a book, and when I'm reading descriptions about their outfits, I can picture it so well. And sometimes I'm like, wow, that's really good, I want to make their outfit. And other times I'm like, wow, they could definitely be wearing something that matches the aesthetic of this book better. So then I thought, well, why don't I just make outfits that fit with the books that I'm reading? So for the first episode of this, I chose The Magician's Daughter. This is about a magician, and he has this, it's not his daughter, but he is kind of like a father figure to this girl, Biddy, and she's 16, and it seems like it's kind of like a Rapunzel situation where she's been hidden away all her life for some unknown reason, and she wants to leave. So you saw those clips, you saw me reading out in the pool, having a fun little time. My swimsuit even had butterflies on it, fairies, all the things. This reminds me of fairies. It's set in Ireland and is about like fairy lore and fairy stuff, and they're like magicians and fairies and all the fun things. Fairies, butterflies, wings. I love them all, okay? These earrings are all butterflies. Look, I have a freaking fairy necklace. I love fairies, butterflies, wings, all the things. I read 12 pages, put this book down. I don't know why. I don't want to read a physical book right now. I'm bored and I just am really not feeling it. My mom read this book and said she liked it, but it was a little slow. I don't know, I'm just not feeling it. So I looked up different books and I found this girl's TikTok where she was talking about books I would recommend based on your favorite Pixie Hollow Tinkerbell book, Tinkerbell movie, and I'm deciding between three different things. If I'm being honest, I made a top already that I thought would fit the theme because I thought I was going to be reading The Magician's Daughter, so I'm trying to find a book that would still match this top that I made because I really like the top. I'm 26% in, and we've got some sort of plot forming. So it seems we have this winter queen, and then her son is the summer king. I'm assuming the dad is dead, because why is the son the summer king? Doesn't really make sense. But the summer king needs to find a queen, and if they're not a match, the girl like ends up kind of being captive by the winter queen, just like controlled by her kind of. I don't exactly know. Right now the summer king, I think his name is Keenan, is looking for a new queen, and the old one who he thought would be the queen is going with him and helping him kind of, if that makes sense. So she kind of has to follow him around, but she is supposed to like get the new girl to not be with him. It's kind of confusing to explain it, but it makes sense if you're reading it. And apparently like there's been several girls, and none of them have been the one, and they've all ended up being in control or being controlled by the winter queen. And the summer king needs a new queen, or a queen, because the world is just getting too cold. So it seems to be that the summer king and the winter queen kind of control the weather. My camera battery just died, but they kind of control the human weather, if that makes sense. So then we have Ashlyn, who I think she's a junior in high school is what I'm gathering, and she can see fairies. And there's specific rules on the people that can see fairies that she has to follow. Her grandmother could see fairies, so she can see fairies, but she's not supposed to let the fairies know that she can see them. And it's kind of like haunting her. It's gotten stronger. It used to be a lot less intense, but now she sees fairies everywhere all the time. And she is friends with this guy, Seth, who they kind of like, they're not together, but it seems like they both want to be, and she tells him even though she's not supposed to. And they are now doing all this research about fairies too. I don't really know what their plan is yet, but they're learning about fairies and different herbs and just random things that they can use to see more fairies or to go against the fairies, or I don't know, just to learn about fairies. You know how sometimes you're like, wake up and you have a bruise and you're like, what happened? Apparently it's the fairies. The fairies are kind of evil almost. Like, they're just kind of bullies, and they like pinch you and trip you, and so when you wake up it's like, oh, I have a random bruise, it was a fairy. That's kind of what it was. Or just like random things, like if you trip on the sidewalk, oh, it was a fairy. And people don't know that it's the fairies, but it's the fairies. So they're just kind of evil, like winter dark evil, ha 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 fairies. They're not these like garden cheery beautiful fairies that I was imagining. These are like evil fairies. They're not like evil bad, they're just bullies. They're bully fairies. I don't know if that has to do with the Winter Queen being in charge and she's kind of like nasty and icy, but that's what I'm getting at right now. I am enjoying it. I'm 26% in, so I'm interested to see what is going to happen. I believe this is a series, but hopefully after book 1, it'll be a full story and not where I have to continue the series. If I like it, I will continue the series, but I also I like when a series you can finish at any point. If you want to, you can stop. You don't have to keep going, but if you do want to learn more answers, then you can keep going, if that makes sense. I'm going to keep on reading, but I am intrigued so far. Okay, I'm now 42% in. I'm ready for chapter 15. Why do I feel like something bad happened to her parents? Like, the grandmother's not mentioning the parents at all. She's not mentioning her parents. What happened to her parents? Does it have something to do with these fairies? Also, the girl that was supposed to be his wife, that I cannot even think of her name. The girl that's like the ice girl right now, or trapped by the Winter Queen. That's so sad. That's so sad. She thought she found the person that she loved, and that he loved her, and now she's trapped for centuries or decades, I'm not really sure, just until the next girl tries. Also, with that being said, why would I ever want Keenan and Ashlyn? What am I supposed to be rooting for them? I don't really understand. What is going on? Is this a love triangle? I'm not really feeling a love triangle. I don't love love triangles. I'm not a big fan of love triangles. Her, Seth, and Keenan seems like a love triangle is forming of some sorts. Also, I get what Keenan is doing. He needs a queen. But what Seth and Ashlyn, what are they doing? They're trying to learn more about fairies, but like, what are they doing? Is Seth evil? Is he going to become evil? She's gonna end up with Keenan, right? But like, what is the plot? I'm like 40-something% in, and I'm kind of confused as to what the plot is. This is very YA, and YA sometimes works, sometimes it doesn't. I'm 22. I almost forgot how old I was. I'm 22, so sometimes YA works, sometimes it doesn't. This is very YA, which is fine. That's on me because it's YA, but it's reading very YA as well, which is okay. It's like an introduction to fairies, which is fun, but she just casually killed that girl? What? Did he drug her? What is going on at this fair thing? What is happening? So I'm guessing that the mom is the girl who died, which means that the mother and the daughter both tried to become the Sun Queen. So they were with the same guy. Even though they didn't do anything, they were like with the same guy. Okay. Cool. I get it's fantasy. I just don't like stuff like that. Okay, so in my personal opinion, I think when a book is boring, that is way worse than if a book is just bad. Like, I'm so bored. I don't care. I don't care. I literally don't care. I don't care about any of the characters. I don't care about any of the plot lines. I don't care about any of the visualization that we're getting here. I don't care literally about anything. This is a series. I don't care. I don't care. So this is kind of not turning out quite like I wanted it to, because I wanted to read a book that I enjoyed and then make an outfit that would fit well into the story. I don't really know what they wear, if I'm being honest. I heard the ice girl, the girl that's trapped, talk about a solstice ball. So maybe I'll kind of go that angle and just in my head think, because the genre is paranormal fairy fantasy, so I'm thinking paranormal fairy fantasy ball is kind of what I'm thinking about. Winter fairy ball, paranormal fantasy. That is the theme that I'm going off of. So I'm thinking a top of some sort and a long skirt. That is what I'll make. Will it fit this book? Not really. I'm not sensing that. But the overall theme of fairies and just whimsical. That's what I'm shooting for. The cover is cute, and I do find it interesting that Seth lives in a bunch of trains. That's kind of cool. I would like to see that more than the rest of the story at all. Let me just see your train house. Also, I forgot to say, I would be so mad at this prince dude, king dude, sun king, sun prince, whatever. You're telling me I didn't know you at all. All of a sudden, you're like, you're the one. You're the one for me. And here are your 3 options, okay? Become my queen, become part of my harem, or... You're joking. You're joking. Go away. Go away. No. Leave me alone. I chose none of this. You're a complete stranger. How do you even know who I am? Also, why do you care? Like, pick somebody else. I don't want you. So this picture has been on my Pinterest board since before I even knew how to crochet. And I thought this would be the perfect time to make it. I found this blurry photo on Pinterest of a chart. I've never used a chart before, so I'm like, let me try this. So I've been zooming in so far and just like crossing off the rows I've been doing. Luckily, it's color coded, but this has been so difficult. I've made 3 wings so far, so I have 1 more wing to make, and then I have no idea how I'm going to attach this because I want it to still look like a butterfly wing, but it also needs to fit me. Also, this yarn absolutely sucks and I hate it so much, and I've had so many problems with it. Okay, this is what it looks like. I love this so much. I actually loved making the top. If I wasn't working with this yarn, I want to make another one. This is so fun. I think it looks like a freaking butterfly. Like, I love it. I love butterflies. I weaved in all of these ends because I had to tie off at least 3 times on each up. Ridiculous. This yarn, -4. This top, 10 out of 10. Okay, so I want to make little sleeves that, not really a shirt, but just kind of like sleeves like this. That'll be almost like a little shawl kind of situation. So I have this very sheer black fabric. It's just a remnant from Joann's, and it's just a big rectangle. I cut it so it's my wingspan and then just a big rectangle. So what I'm going to do is basically just sew here to here, leave this open, and then here to the other side, and then make just like a little sleeve situation. This is what I was talking about. Like, it's literally just like a black kind of shrug, but it's basically just sleeves. I feel like this is giving like fairy which situation. It's a little tight right here, but I wanted it to be snug so that there's not like a weird armpit gap, but this turned out exactly how I wanted it to. If you look too closely, this seam is like whack, like crazy. I would never give this to someone else, but for me it's fine. So okie dokie. So we need a skirt or a bottom to match the top, so I decided to make a skirt. Now I have made this multiple tiered skirt several different times, and a lot of people have asked me how I make it, so I am making a tutorial on how I make it. So if you do want to know how to make it, then the tutorial will be out I think next week. But I decided to use this lace black fabric that I have, and I'm gonna do it the tiniest bit different from all the other tiered skirts that I have. I'm gonna make it 4 tiers, and then I also am going to attach it differently so it'll have little ruffles in between. You'll understand what I mean when I make it, but I'm just gonna time-lapse me making this, cutting it out, sewing it, because the tutorial will be in the next video, so you don't need to watch me make this twice. Now everything's done, time to put it all together. Okay, I finished everything. Ignore my hair, just want to put it out there. I don't know what's going on with my hair, but this is the outfit all together. Does this match the book? No, not at all. Not at all. It's really not giving the book. The book was giving nothing, and this is giving way more than nothing. I also put these boots on because I think it matches. I feel like a witch. This is fun. I don't know if this all goes together, but I love every single piece that I made, and this is fun. I feel like I'm a character in a book, which kind of is the point. I just don't want to be in that book, but I mean, the outfit is a good start to this little series that I want to keep doing. Maybe I'll find a better book because the outfit turned out really cute. I really like this, and I like every single piece, and I'll definitely wear them with different outfit pieces, so it's like a little less crazy. I don't know. Even if the book sucked, this was fun. Ignore my hair, my gosh, I don't really know what's going on with that. But wait, this was fun minus the book part. I still like reading, just maybe not that book. If I chose a different book, maybe it would be better, but the outfit eats. I hate that I just said that, but I did. I'll do this again. Just pick a different book, like a better book. But I think the theme was kind of fun. There's a tutorial of this skirt coming soon. So if you want to know how to make it, then just wait. And this top, the pattern, the chart, just take a screenshot and you can make it. And the sleeves, literally just take a rectangle and sew it here, hole here. And you can recreate this outfit. There you go. Have the best day ever. I hope your coffee tastes like freaking magic. Bye.